Some people would look at Volkswagen and they'd say, look, you're very strong in Europe, strong in China, where electric vehicles are further along than here in the United States. But when you come to the U.S., yes, you've got the ID4, you've got the ID Buzz coming in, 2023? Do you need to move faster in order to catch up with Tesla and your other competitors like GM and Ford, who are really ramping up their production of electric vehicles?
No, look, that's a fair point. I think, look, in life you can always move faster, but actually I think we're right on the curve. Not that many people have a dedicated plant. We have one. Let's not lose sight of the fact, Phil, you can make a lot of noise, but the ID4 sits where 40% of the U.S. market sits. That's where the volume is. We have a localized car. It's very successful. We'll be launching one new electric car every year. So obviously we have the ID4 now. You'll be seeing announcements on the ID Buzz, and you'll be seeing other announcements shortly. So I think, A, we have the product portfolio to keep up. More importantly, to your point, we have the global scale. You know, we have these platforms. The ID4 platform is made in 5 factories worldwide. This gives us massive scale, gives us massive economies, which is a good thing for us. So, no, I think we're right on the wave, right on the cusp of this thing, and I feel good about where our market position is.
Scott, you've always been candid with me when it comes to where the industry is and how it tends to get ahead of itself. Is the industry ahead of itself in terms of projections on electric vehicle sales worldwide? Because let's be honest, we don't have the battery supply there, and there are more than a few who are saying if you look at whether it's lithium or other raw materials, that production is not ramping fast enough.
You know, Phil, you asked 2 different questions. I think first and foremost, I've always believed 100% in electrification. I think the tipping point is here. It's here primarily, of course, with regulations. It's here, of course, of the massive investments the industry is making. But most importantly, it's here because the consumer tip is happening. Like I said, 88% up, 500,000 units, over 3% of the market. And I think it's going to be 10% like that. So I think the market is there. Make no mistake, I think the second supply chain issue is going to be battery. Without a doubt. We just went through the semiconductor. That's going to continue. Battery will be the second one. Do I think the industry collectively can navigate it? Yes. Why? There's a lot of resources. There's new technology coming each and every day, which is going to adjust. But make no mistake, if you want to drive this thing to 50%, you're talking 8-9 million units a year relatively soon. That's going to be the thing to watch in the industry. But I think it's doable. We have supply for our ID4. We'll be making a second announcement shortly. I feel relatively optimistic.